Now, why are people so afraid of how they look? Like, why are people so afraid of their looks? Now, I had to make this video like this so you can see me from head to toe. You can see my toes. But yeah, what I want to talk about right now, babe, is somehow very, very personal. I know it may not be an issue to you though, and if you have overcome it, nice one. But this, I think, is a very big issue, a universal one. Because I grew up in environments where if you look funny, even if there's something about your body looks very weird, you get highly criticized, man. You get teased. I didn't grow up in a very warm, loving and loving environment. I grew up in environments where anything funny about it, anything about you that looks different, that looks odd, it's gonna be highly criticized. Like, in my case, I used to be fucking ashamed of how I look. I won't lie to you, man. I was ashamed that I really had insecurities around that. And that affected my confidence and how I express myself in life. Now, I just realized that these things are patterns. Because if you grow up in environments where your looks are being criticized, as a child, it's a child brain, that's going to make you think that value and worth determines, it depends on how you look. Why would you think that? You're going to think like that because you're a child. You're trying to understand the world. So when you see people being teased or being rejected for how they look, it makes you feel like, man, if people can be rejected like this because of how they look, that means I'm in trouble. So we grew up with this pattern. And guess what? Most people never question it. So now, you grow up with that kind of pattern and you grow up with a very fragile self-worth and your confidence shakes. Not because confidence is not there. Because confidence is always the realization that, okay, confidence in the world remains when you have realized that, okay, I can do this, or something can be done, or I've overcome this. That's confidence. Or if it's not a personality trait. Now, there's no single person in this world who doesn't have something funny and weird about it. Everybody in this world has something funny looking about them. Everybody, all the bodies in this world, there's something weird. There's something odd about everybody in this world. There's nobody escaped it. Now, a child doesn't know that. A child grows up with that mindset that, oh, something is wrong with me. And then he hides. And then he spends his years trying to monitor himself. He spends his years in self-surveillance. That's a child. Now, as an adult, if you're an adult and you're still in this habit and you're not questioning the habit, you gotta wake up. You have to start questioning those patterns. These things are patterns. They're not truth. Now, not saying that looks are not good. Okay? Looks are good. It would be unrealistic to say that looks are not good. But now, you don't have control. You didn't have any control on how your body came out and how your body was molded and created. You never had any control of that. A child doesn't know that. The only thing you have control over is how you groom yourself. That is the only thing you have control over. You have control on how your clothes look and what kind of clothes you put on, how clean you keep your body. You have control over that. But you never had any control on how your body look and how your body came down. You never had any control on that. And you never needed to have any control of that. It was never an issue. It was never something to fix. So you don't have to try to fix your body. Because your looks do not determine your worth. But your grooming and how you present yourself, that is what matters. And you have control over that. That is value. That is worth. Because when you talk about worth, you're already worthy. You're already worthy just by the fact of existing. By the fact that you can groom yourself and you can present yourself and you can do things. That is worth. I am alive. Like this hits these results. Jumping for me like damn conversation. Love.